Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, August 5th, and sitting in for Kristen McDonald, I'm Mark Hoover. It's great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. Tuesday night, just before 6:30 p.m., Group 3 firefighters were dispatched to Bubbles Laundromat at 50 Central Street for a report of smoke in the building. Crews arrived at a working fire in the building. After a lengthy battle and assistance from multiple surrounding fire department crews, they were able to extinguish the fire. Chief Hayes has more.
Right about 6:37, we got a call for smoke from the building at 50 Central Street, which is a laundromat. All the crews went out. They were on scene within a minute and a half, and they found fire blowing from 3 vents on the roof. Captain ordered a fire attack. The guys went right up the ladder with the roof. They took a line up. Captain, they attacked the fire. He immediately struck a working fire, which brings additional help. The 2 ambulances come in. They abandoned the ambulances, began the fire attack with the fire crews, ordered a crew into the building, a line inside the building. They did a quick search, ensured there was nobody inside. They emptied the other 2 buildings on the other side, the hair salon and the CrossFit. They made sure that nobody was in there. And then they began to remove the ceiling to try to find where the fire was inside. And this is where it gets challenging. The guys are working hard up on the roof, putting the fire out they can get at. But the fire was actually burning in a void space with 2 ceilings between the firefighters and the fire. So they pulled down the first ceiling, still no sign of fire. They started to pull the second ceiling down. They got the smoke, they got the fire. And I will say that this is probably one of the most efficient deployment of fire operations I've ever seen. Usually when you have a fire, you have a little problem here, a little problem there. I walked on scene. Typically, as I come on scene, I walk around the building and check everything. I see what the guys have been doing, what they're going to do, if I need to change anything. And this was perfection by my on-duty shift and the second alarm companies. They had the right size line inside the building. They had backup lines inside the building. They had a line up on top of the building attacking up there. The searches of the adjacent parts of the structure had been done. It had been emptied. They had lines in there to protect that against fire extension into those sections. I don't think I've ever seen a fire that went this well from the initial attack. It was very impressive to me.
Due to the heat and humidity, the second and third alarms were struck to help bring more personnel on scene and allow the firefighters to take shifts and recover from the heat.
All the other fire trucks you people might have seen around were just bringing the crews. We had about 45 to 50 guys working that fire. And the way it worked is there was a team of 4. They would go up, do their job. The team of 4 that was up there before would come down, go to rehab. They'd get their rest, their water. Next crew up, and we had a rotation of probably 6 or 8 crews going. It gets difficult to keep track of everybody, but again, fantastic job by the initial arriving crews, the second and third alarm companies, who we weren't familiar with. Coincidentally, they had another fire going in the county, and our normal second alarm companies were there. So we had to bring in the trucks from farther away, Needham, Dedham, people we don't customarily work with. Worked well together. It was a great ending to a potentially really poor outcome.
Outside the laundromat fire, the department has more news coming which will impact the services provided to Norwood residents in a very positive manner.
Some people may know we're trying to move to 2 ALS ambulances from a single ALS and a BLS. We've begun that transition, and more frequently we're having 2 ALS ambulances. That's important to us because it allows us to provide a higher level of care to the citizens of Norwood on a more regular basis. And it's been a process. We've been working on this for 3 years. So on August 8th, Monday, August 8th, we are going to be running 2 ALS ambulances full time. We've adjusted our staffing, we've trained up our guys, more ongoing. But it's a very important transition for this fire department, something we've been looking at for 16 years. We went to ALS in 2006 or 7.
Also, Chief Hayes is encouraging individuals interested in pursuing a career with the Norwood Fire Department to apply to take the 2022 Municipal Firefighters Written Examination. The exam is scheduled to begin on October 24th with an application deadline of August 30th. More information on the application can be found at the state's website, mass.gov. Also Tuesday night, as the fire burned at the laundromat just a few hundred feet away, the police department hosted its National Night Out on the town common. Members of the public were invited to come down and play games, eat food, and learn all about the differing aspects of policing from the officers themselves.
Tonight's our second annual National Night Out. It's a national event that a lot of police departments across the country have done. This is the second year Norwood PD's done it. Basically, it's just an opportunity for people to come out, meet the officers on the police department, get a chance to interact with us. We get to meet people that we haven't met before. We get to meet new people or people that we've known over time. We get to see them again. We have police cars up here. We had a Bearcat. They had to leave. It was one of the SWAT Bearcats. We have officers that are on the SWAT team. We have a bounce house. We have a dunk tank. We have food. We have all kinds of great stuff. We're selling T-shirts. It's just a great opportunity for everybody to meet the officers on the police department.
There were many kids in attendance enjoying the event, including John Wallaton, who thought it was a great opportunity to get to know some officers.
I've been hanging out with my friends, cops, been playing cornhole, eating food, all that good stuff. I think it's important to know who you're gonna be around and stuff like that. It's just a fun event to have and be trustworthy of your police officers.
What another great event by the police department. And Deputy Chief Patton stresses that the Norwood Police Department is there to serve the public.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people don't understand the fact that a police department we're really a customer service agency. We're here to serve the public and we're here to help people. Yes, of course, we have to arrest people and things along those lines, but we can't solve problems within the community if we don't know people. It's not just the police that solve the problems, it's the interaction between the police and the community that gives us that opportunity to fix things when people are having quality of life issues. And getting to know people in events like this and having people see us as just regular people as opposed to unapproachable officers of the law gives us that opportunity to really interact with the community, get to know them, and really be connected in a way that we can serve the community better.
We'll be right back with a message from the town manager, this month's moral moment, and more.
Hi everyone, it's John Grove. I'm sitting here in Old Parish Cemetery where on Saturday, August 13th at 6 p.m. the Old Parish Preservation Volunteers will be presenting Thornton Wilder's Our Town. So bring your blanket, bring your folding chairs, bring your water, and come enjoy a free performance of Thornton Wilder's Our Town.
Hello, I'm Tom Fry and I'm the director of Our Town. As John said, Our Town is a script by Thornton Wilder that won the Pulitzer Prize in 1938, and it is a beautiful, simple script set in a New England town. And we're using Norwood as the background. It takes three places in the story and three different acts, and the last act is set in a cemetery, and we're doing it in the Old Parish Cemetery. It's going to be a wonderful production. We encourage you to come on out on August the 13th.
Hi, my name is Drew Thomas and I play George in this production. I came all the way from Wichita, Kansas to come and celebrate Norwood's 150th birthday here. Well, we hope to all see you on Saturday the 13th. Doors open at 5 and the show will begin at 6. We'll see you then.
It has been a busy summer across the town, and General Manager Tony Mazzucco stopped by the studio to provide us with a manager's update.
Hey folks, General Manager Tony Mazzucco coming to you with some summer updates. You may have heard the news that we're officially in a drought. What does that mean? For now, no water restrictions in Norwood. We always encourage folks to conserve water. If you go to the website of the Mass Water Resources Authority, they have a lot of great tips and hints on how to conserve water and a lot of great water conservation programs. The reason we have no formal water restrictions at this point is that our water sources, the Quabbin and Wachusett reservoirs, are about 90 and 45 miles west of here and have very good reserve levels. And in fact, MWRA communities have significantly reduced water consumption over the last several decades, helping keep our reservoirs full. We still ask everyone to conserve when and where they can. It's certainly hot out there. Both Hawes and Father Mack's pools are open, and we encourage you to check out both to beat the heat. The Morrill Memorial Library is also one of the great resources we have to help you cool down during the summer, while also being able to check out some of their great materials and programs. And seniors, feel free to check out either of these resources, but also check out the Senior Center for a great chance to have some fun meeting other folks in the community and beating the heat. Summer concerts are in full swing. All of August, join us every Wednesday and Sunday for our summer concerts. The evening concert series start at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays and 6 o'clock on Sundays, right on the town common. Road and water work is in full swing for the season. You're going to see a lot of road work and a lot of water bypasses throughout town as we continue to work on improving our infrastructure. Any questions you have, feel free to call the town manager's office or the Department of Public Works, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
There is still plenty of time left to enjoy summer and grab a book to read and relax. Library Director Clayton Cheever has some great recommendations for us on this month's Moral Moment.
Greetings from the Morrill Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm your library director. I'd like to tell you about a few things happening here at the library this August. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. In July, we had some really hot days, and the library opened for some extra hours to serve as a community cooling center. Perhaps that'll happen again. If you're looking to cool down, I encourage you to come on over. In July and August, we're regularly open from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, Monday through Thursday, and from 10 to 5 on Fridays. When we open for extra hours, we always announce it on our website at norwoodlibrary.org and across our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. One way I like to take care of myself while taking care of the planet is to ride my bicycle whenever and wherever I possibly can. There is so much freedom to be found on two wheels. One thing I don't enjoy, however, is getting a sweaty back when I use a backpack to bring whatever gear I need with me on the road. We have an awesome solution to that problem. Bike panniers that you can borrow. You simply hang them on the back of your bike, load them up, and you're good to go. They can really make a huge improvement in your riding experience. I encourage you to try them out for your next adventure. And always remember to wear your helmet. Whenever people think of libraries, they naturally think of books, which is great. I'd love to talk about books all summer long, but I want to make sure you know we have so much more here for you as well. One of Norwood's hidden treasures is our library of things, like the bag panniers. I encourage you to check out our library of things online to get inspired for other ways to enjoy yourself this summer. We've got some great programs planned for you this summer. On Thursday afternoon, August 4th, we're partnering with the Children's Museum of Easton with support from the Norwood Cultural Council to present STEAM at the campsite. Kids in kindergarten through 5th grade are invited to come have an outdoor adventure in the great indoors. We'll learn about the mechanics of basic camping gear, like binoculars and compasses, and participants will even get to make their own to bring home. Registration is required. Early every Friday evening in August, we have a really fun and free outdoor fitness program to get your weekend started right. Join us on the green behind the First Congregational Church at 100 Winter Street, just next to the library at 5 p.m. on Fridays in August, and get fit Bollywood style. We'll be led by popular Bollywood dance workout instructor Purnima Thakre, who has taught people from 3 years old to 96 this joyful way to work out. Make sure you register for each Friday you can join us, and then simply dress in your workout clothes and bring your own water. This program is made possible by the generous support of the Friends of the Library. This summer, we added some new online tools I'm excited to share with you. One of these is the Massachusetts Legal Forms Library. From our website, go to the Digital Resources menu and select Databases. These resources are listed alphabetically, so simply scroll on down until you find Gale Legal Forms Massachusetts. This tool has thousands of national and state-specific legal forms for everything from wills and healthcare proxies to landlord-tenant documents and even business contracts. The forms are fill-in-the-blank, downloadable, and continuously updated to reflect the latest laws. I've brought some books with me I'm excited to tell you about. Nicola Killen wrote this precious book, The Little Bear. In it, a little girl who's nervous about school dreams about befriending a small bear and attending a magical school in the forest. It's a great way to help our young friends start getting ready to go back to school. For older readers, I've brought 2 books. Lakewood is Megan Giddings' debut novel. Already drawing favorable comparisons with Margaret Atwood, Shirley Jackson, and Octavia Butler, Giddings has a new book that's scheduled to be published this month. Lakewood is part Handmaid's Tale, part The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. It's a quickly moving horror story of race and class and the terrifying world of medical experimentation. Molly Ye wrote Molly on the Range, recipes and stories from an unlikely life on a farm. You may know her from her popular blog, My Name is Ye, or this may be your first introduction. In between these covers are over 100 recipes, great photos, and hilarious stories from her life in Chicago, Brooklyn, and on a farm on the North Dakota-Minnesota border. She celebrates her Jewish-Chinese heritage while simultaneously embracing treats from her fiancé's family history as a fifth-generation Norwegian-American sugar beet farmer. I am pretty sure there's something in this book that will make everyone smile. This has been a Moral Moment. From everyone here at the library, I wish you and yours a safe and happy August.
If you're looking for some fresh food for breakfast and lunch, this little cafe on the corner of Cottage and Washington Street has exactly what you're looking for. This week on our Living Local series, we profile Common Cafe.
A delectable gem tucked in the corner of Washington Street and Cottage Street, the Common Cafe is a pastry shop and cafe that has served the Norwood community for 11 years and counting.
Interesting. My friend and I, Evie, who's a baker, and she's baking as we speak, started the business back in '08, and that's how the name came about. The Common Cafe and Patisserie. Patisserie, of course, stands for pastry in French. The Common because we are in the nicest part of the Norwood, right across from the Commons, and we've been serving the community ever since, so it's been 11 years now.
What makes the Common Cafe special, in addition to great food, is the loyal customers that come each and every day.
We really like our clientele here. People are here to stay, and they found a homey place with us. We love them to death. These are customers that have been loyal to us. We're looking forward to newcomers as newer families are coming in, and we've seen the changes over the years actually, from an older crowd to a younger generation of people coming in now. So we're really excited about that and see how it's evolving.
Inside the cafe, you can find anything from pastries and muffins to soups and sandwiches. The choices are plenty, and the menu has evolved since its inception over a decade ago.
In other words, if you blink, you almost missed it. It's just a tiny place on the outside, but a lot goes in here. We're very busy with breakfast, lunch, and we do catering for the past 11 years here. Everything is homemade, and so we have our own soups and sandwiches that we created, hot food of the day, and so they don't expect to see that, but we offer a little bit of everything.
The Common Cafe is much more than a dine-in experience. The friendly atmosphere and great food options make the Common Cafe feel like home.
I think everybody tries, especially when they own small businesses like ours, try their best to accommodate people. I don't know exactly what they're doing in their establishments, but whatever we do here, we do it with enthusiasm. We love our customers. We take care of our food. We are not apologizing about what we serve, so we can be proud of the outcome.
For more information on the Common Cafe, you can follow them on social media through Facebook and Instagram.
Norwood author and historian Patty Fanning has teamed up with the school department's Jack Tolman to produce short, Norwood-based historical videos. Also involved in this project was Julia Kayer, a third-grade teacher at the Balch School. The goal is to share them as history curriculum with all the third graders now and for years to come. NCM is sharing them with the community by including them in Norwood News and will continue to broadcast them in the fall. First up, let's learn a little bit about Frederick A. Cleveland.
Frederick Albert Cleveland was born and raised on a farm in Sterling, Illinois. Before he went to college, he worked in a Wisconsin logging camp. Cleveland was a serious student who studied at DePaul University, the University of Chicago, and University of Pennsylvania. He earned degrees in law and economics. From 1900 to 1908, he taught at the University of Pennsylvania and New York University. He married Jessica Lindsay in 1902. They had one son, Lindsay Cleveland. Beginning in 1908, Cleveland was appointed to the committees in New York and Pennsylvania about budgets and finances. During World War I, he served in Washington, D.C., where he met George Willett of Norwood. Following the war, Cleveland taught at Boston University and moved to Norwood. He was a member of Norwood's school committee from 1921 to 1930 and worked to bring the Henry O. Peabody School for Girls, now part of the Blue Hills Regional Technical High School in Canton, to Norwood. Cleveland was the author of several books on finance, citizenship, and local government. Between 1929 and 1935, he spent time in China as an advisor to the Chinese government, and he received an award for his work there. By himself, he transformed an empty lot behind his home on Winter Street into the playground on Bond Street. He cut down overgrown brushes and trees, dug out rocks, and raked out rubbish. He then planted new trees, shrubs, and grass, and created the gentle hill at the Walpole Street end of the park. Frederick A. Cleveland retired from Boston University in 1939, but continued to live in Norwood and worked for improvements to Norwood schools. He died on January 27, 1946. Cleveland Park on Bond Street was dedicated to his memory after his death. The Frederick A. Cleveland Elementary School opened in January of 1959, and it was dedicated on February 1, 1959.
This was a very interesting video, and now we know why the school was named the Frederick A. Cleveland School. Thank you to Patty Fanning and Jack Tolman, and we look forward to watching more of your videos. Now we will toss it over to Mike Maloof with sports.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sports Update. Last week we highlighted the future Mustang basketball players, and this week we will be highlighting the future of the Mustang field hockey team as they took to the field for the rec department's annual field hockey camp. The young girls braved the heat to learn the basics of field hockey from former NHS coach Allison Penza and current and former NHS stars.
So this is our Norwood Youth Field Hockey Summer Clinic. It's part of our Norwood Youth Field Hockey program. For our youth, we do it for grades 2nd through 8th grade. We run programs in the fall, the spring, and the summer. So this is our summer 3-day clinic. We do it for 3 days, usually Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 12. It's a great group of kids, like I said, 2nd through 8th grade. We have a great relationship with our high school program. So we always have, whether it's the high school coach or her players, come down and be counselors. The little kids love it. Even the older kids who are here love having that connection with the high school players, having them here as a counselor. So during the 3 days, we try to incorporate like the fundamentals. That's really what we try to focus on, but make sure we're incorporating some fun. Water balloons, a lot of games, dress-up days. So we try to, incorporate the fundamentals, but make sure that the kids are having a great time while they're here. So any of our Norwood Youth Field Hockey programs can be found, registrations through the rec department. So any time of year, whether it's fall, spring, summer, if you check out the guide at the Recreation Department, you'll see one of our programs. Like I said, all registration is done through the Norwood Recreation Department.
Great job, as always, by the rec department. It may be the middle of summer, but there was some big news from the Norwood Nuggets program this week. They made this announcement on their Facebook page on Monday. Norwood Nuggets Youth Hockey is excited to announce a 5-year partnership beginning this season with the Skating Club of Boston. This is the first time in the Nuggets' 60-year history that the organization will skate in Norwood. In addition to weeknight practices, the Nuggets will play home games within the South Shore Conference on Sunday mornings at the Skating Club. Norwood Youth Hockey would like to thank Representatives Mike Condon and Ian Morehouse and Skating Club Representatives John Jepson and Doug Zegheib for all their time and efforts on this agreement and looks forward to a long partnership. Norwood Nuggets Youth Hockey will be announcing other exciting events and program opportunities at the Skating Club of Boston soon. We look forward to this partnership for years to come. Recent NHS grad Aaron Sullivan competed in the Mass Junior Amateur Golf Tournament this week at Indian Pond Country Club. Aaron played great, shooting an 81 and 75 over the span of 2 days, which put her in 15th place in the state. Congratulations, Aaron, who will be off to Bryant University next year playing golf. And finally, congrats to the 14-year-old summer ball team who won the South Shore Summer Baseball League Championship. The boys took on Hingham Hull, and Norwood scored 3 in the bottom of the first, and that's all that they needed. Thomas Benson pitched all 7 innings, allowing 1 run and getting the win. The score ended 3-1 in Norwood's favor, and they came away with the championship. Well, that's all for sports this week. Tune into NCM social media for more updates. Mark, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. In government, Tuesday night, the Zoning Board of Appeals met for their monthly meeting. The board had 3 public hearings to kick off Tuesday night's meeting. The first hearing was for 22 Cypress Street, in which the applicant requested a variance. The board had informed the applicant that they need to apply for a special permit instead of a variance. The permit was granted. The second hearing was for Jacobson Drive, May 6, Block 1A, Lot 22, for a special variance under Section 4.0. The applicant brought forward plans for a single-family home in the vacant lot. After much concern from the board of the width of the home, and many residents came forward not in favor of the variance as well, Attorney Hearn withdrew his client's application.
Withdraw the matter if the board thinks that it can't approve it by the required vote, and if there's a, unless you say, yeah, but if there's more information, you might persuade us. And I appreciate that, Mr. Chairman. My clients understand listening to the comments of the board. So if, in fact, the board is not inclined to approve it by the quantum of vote required, then we would want to, we would ask to withdraw rather than have the property owner get saddled with a 2-year bar that is not of his making. But
the Zoning Board of Appeals will meet next month on September 13th. Wednesday night, the school committee held a hybrid meeting at the Savage Center. To start the meeting, Tony Mazzucco, Paul Riccardi, and Chris Folan presented some project updates and their capital project proposals to the committee. Riccardi, Director of Buildings and Grounds, provided the board with an update on the turf field and lights project.
We've got a great middle part of the project. The light poles are in. All the pull strings are in. The field has been taken up. The track has been taken up, and as of today, the second layer of asphalt has been put down on the track. We hope to be lighting the lights within 2 weeks. The trench has been run from the school to the bleachers where the main electrical box will be. The problem we have, though, is the turf field. We really thought when we started this project, the lights and the light poles were going to be the thing that got delayed, and they actually arrived before the job even started. The turf field, we've had 3 different dates now. It's coming from Alabama. They are having trouble. First, they had trouble getting the actual product that they make the turf field out of. Now they have labor problems in their factory. They tell us it's going to be delivered on August 29th. It's a 3-week process to put it down. And then once the turf is down, then they come and put the top layer on the track, the bright red color, and then they line it. So we hope that we're expecting to have completion by September 29th.
Following the turf update, Assistant Director Chris Folan explained what projects are being done inside the schools, including new lighting fixtures across the district and a resurfacing of the Norwood High School gym floor. To end their presentation, Tony Mazzucco proposed some future capital projects to the committee. The appearance of the night was Norwood High School French teacher Mr. Bueller. Bueller proposed restarting the French exchange program that was canceled due to COVID.
And last time around, 2 years ago, it was supposed to be an actual exchange. So the French kids were able to come over here in the fall. And then, unfortunately, COVID hit and our trip to France got canceled. So I'm trying to revive this. We have found a different partner school in France, in the southwest of France, in Pamiers. Just a bit more of a rural area, and I think maybe even more advantages for our kids. The first school that we were working with was right outside of Paris, which obviously is great and glitzy, but it's like, you know, when Europeans come to New York, they say, well, I've seen the United States, not quite like that. You know? So we're looking to have this exchange program next spring. We would be going over in April, during April break, leaving on a Friday night, and then coming back on Sunday, so there would be no loss of school days on our side. And then the French school would come over in May. We would be going for about 9 days, they'd be here for about 10 days. So it's like a one-on-one exchange program. We're looking to take about between 15 and 20 students. Again, make that pretty much parity for both schools, and actually have that real exchange where the students will stay with the families, with their student that then, you know, on the return trip will come here and stay with them.
The board passed the proposal for an exchange program. Then Dr. Thompson provided a lengthy report that touched on their recent job fair, special education staffing needs, and the future challenges from the transportation department. Ms. Sheraton provided a budget update, and to end the meeting, they discussed a policy subcommittee update from Dr. Joan Giblin. The next meeting for the school committee will be in September. Also Wednesday night, the Conservation Committee met in a hybrid form in Route 24 of the Town Hall. There were 3 public hearings on the agenda, the first being an application for repair and maintenance of siphon structures and construction of an access to the shoulder of Neponset Street. The second hearing was for One Moderna Way, applying for the installation of a security fence in the buffer zone of bordering vegetated wetlands. The final hearing of the night was at the intersection of Pleasant and Morse Street, filing for a completion of a gas main over the Morse Street Bridge. The meeting ended with conservation business and an agent update. The next meeting of the Conservation Commission will be August 17th. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government Channel or watch on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Stay tuned after this break for some upcoming programs at the Senior Center and a Rec Department update.
The 2022 Norwood Summer Concert Series is in full swing at the Town Common. If you are looking for a nice summer night outside, just bring a chair and enjoy the free music. On Sunday, August 7th, there will be a carillon concert from 2 to 3 p.m. featuring Anton Flesnier. And at the Sunday concerts on the Common, Portrait and Jazz will be performing from 6 to 8 p.m. On Wednesday, August 10th, the Summerfest concert will feature Back Pages from 7 to 9 p.m. If you can't make it to the concerts, they will be rebroadcast on Norwood Community Media. Special thanks to the concert committee members and all of the sponsors for their generous support.
The summer might be coming to an end, but there are still plenty of events happening at the Senior Center this month. Director Kerry McCarthy tells us what to look out for and how to sign up.
Hi everybody, Kerry McCarthy here, the director of the Norwood Senior Center. I'm here to give you an update on all the fun activities we have happening in August. Our Tuesday night suppers continue all through the month. Please give us a call and get on the schedule. We serve every Tuesday at 5 o'clock and the price of the meal is $5. Our lunch program is also available continuing throughout the month on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We have an ice cream social on Monday, August 8th. Just give us a call, sign up. We're going to be making hot fudge sundaes and strawberry sundaes for you. And then the following week, August 11th, we have Anthony Samarco. He is going to be here doing a presentation on the SS Pierce. And we have a physical therapist coming in to talk about foot pain and with serving a light lunch. And we also have a presentation from a pharmacist at Big Y talking about how the sun affects your medications. And those are all served with a light lunch. We have this great newsletter that we hope you read and hope you enjoy. We have a lot of trips coming up. We have Encore. We have a Elvis show with the Norwood Theater and a luncheon. We're going to Portland, Maine. So if there's anything that you're interested in, please give us a call. And remember, we're air conditioned, so always stop in and stay cool. Thank you.
After the first block party was a huge success in July at Bond Street, the Recreation Department had a second one scheduled for Thursday, August 4th at the Balch. But due to the extreme heat, the Recreation Department has decided to postpone it to a further date. Katie Seastedt has all the details.
Hi Norwood, Katie Seastead here at Balch Elementary School. We're supposed to have our block party August 4th, however, due to the extreme heat, we're going to postpone the event. We'll still have the event on Wednesday, August 17th, right here at Balch Elementary School. We'll have food, music, games, and interactive DJ, so please make sure you pre-register. For all those families who were registered for this Thursday's event on August 4th, we need you to re-register just because we have a new date. It is open on MyRec right now. So once again, please come and join our block party at the Balch Elementary School with the new date of Wednesday, August 17th. We look forward to seeing you at the new date, Wednesday, August 17th.
NCM cannot wait to see you all out there at the block party on August 17th. Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood News, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, thank you so very much for watching and have a great weekend.